dear viewer. I'm just like you. I love this movie. Love, Simon is a 2018 American romantic comedy drama film directed by Greg Berlanti with a screenplay by Isaac Aptaker and Elizabeth Berger based on the novel Simon vs. the Homo sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. It centers around Simon Spear, a closeted gay teenager in high school who is forced to balance his friends, his family, and the blackmailer threatening to out him to the entire school, while simultaneously attempting to discover the identity of the anonymous classmate whom he has fallen in love with online. It might be premature to make such a bold statement so early in the year, but I'm gonna do it. Love, Simon is my favorite film of 2018. It's going to be incredibly hard to beat this. Not only is there not a single aspect of it I didn't like, but it made me incredibly happy from start to finish, and I know I wasn't alone. The entire cinema laughed and cried together and unanimously cheered at the end of the film. I have been going to the cinema since I was 3 years old, and this is only the third time in my entire life I have been there to witness a cinema erupt in applause at a film. It is a rare experience, but if you get to experience it, it is electric and beautiful. Don't for a second think that this film is only catered to the gay community. If you think that and for that reason refuse to watch it, you will be missing out on a phenomenal piece of work. Love, Simon is a meticulously crafted film that, while centers around a homosexual lead, it sets the story in one of the most universally relatable times in a person's life, adolescence. It is during this time in all our lives that we begin to learn and understand not only our sexuality, but who we are as people. It's also for many not the best time of our lives, and we've all done something during that time we're not proud of. This ticks all the boxes and depicts all those things that any one person can watch and go, yeah, I've been there. One of the best things for me is how organic this film feels. It's not one of those other films where the only way you see a gay person depicted is in the most stereotypical, over-the-top, flamboyant manner on the planet, like they're running around like Rip Taylor and throwing confetti at people. You have a character who, like he says, I'm just like you. And he is. He is your average guy, and his sexuality shouldn't be a big difference, and at the end of the day, it's not. But there is still that time when it is a huge difference. It's only once you get past it that you realize it's not that big at all, and I love that this film even has that journey. I laughed from beginning to end, and I enjoyed laughing because it felt natural. It felt like when you're with friends and you all casually say something and everyone laughs. You're not trying to do stand-up comedy, but everyone still busts a gut anyway. That was what this film was like. We have so many characters who are written to be so normal, and in their normalcy they still have a great sense of humor. They're not walking around actively cracking blatant jokes, they're just being themselves. Something about this film reminded me of films from the 90s where it was so relaxingly simple that it was impossible not to enjoy what you were watching. But best be assured this film is not devoid of human emotion. Many a moment occurred where I was discreetly shedding tears, but I would look around and notice other people in the audience wiping tears from their cheeks, and I smiled. Not because I wasn't the only one crying, but that I wasn't the only one to see these moments for what they were. To see the genuineness and the real heartfelt emotion that is poured into every ounce of this film. It's tangible, and it felt like we as viewers were united in our support for Simon. It was without a doubt one of the best cinema experiences of my life. As sappy as this sounds, it feels like a film to bring people together. Whether it's trying to or not, that's what it does. It's not making a statement, it's not waving a rainbow flag, it's being open and honest with what it is and saying, here I am and I'm not apologizing for it. And we need more films like this. So much in this film resonates with me, and that's only amplified by all the incredible performances, especially Nick Robinson, who plays Simon. He was so grounded in his character, I wanted to be friends with him. He was incredible, and he really fleshed out a character that has qualities anyone can relate to. When Simon talks about how it's unfair that gay people have to come out, this is a sentiment I have felt my entire life. I would prefer if we lived in a world where that wasn't necessary, that you didn't have to come out, you just lived your life as you are and no one cared. So his mindset is just one of many of his qualities that makes him relatable to me. Even every other character is relatable, and everyone just did so brilliantly. There is no fault to be found in any performances. Though a special round of applause should go to Natasha Rothwell, who plays Ms. Albright, Simon's drama teacher, because that woman might just be my spirit guide. This beautifully crafted and scripted film is definitely going to hold a very impactful place in cinema history, especially for the LGBT community. Stories are circulating of how this film has encouraged people to come out. Parents are taking their openly gay children to see this. It is being used to not only show support for those we care about who share the character's experience, but it is used to show how normal being gay truly is. And whether you're gay or not, it's not something to fear. I believe that for some, this film echoes their own coming out experience, and for others, those who are unfortunate enough to have their coming out experience be the worst experience of their life, this film will act as a sanctuary, a place they can escape to and pretend that their family and friends were more accepting of who they are. This won't be everyone, but it's going to be hard not to love this regardless. Even myself, a straight white woman, yes, my family knows I'm straight, watched this film and could feel myself living vicariously through it. Watching the relationship Simon has with his father Jack, played by Josh Duhamel, was emotional. Here was a father who deeply loved his child and loved them unconditionally. I never got that from my own father, so to watch the idea of a parent who loves their child that much made me extremely happy, and just a little jealous if I'm honest. But that's the beauty of this film. It is capable of being so much to so many people, and yet it is spectacularly simplistic. Love, Simon has an incredibly diverse cast. We not only have gay characters, but we have black gay characters, and even thrown in some religious minorities as well. When I say there is something for everyone, that is not a metaphor, it is very literal. It's also great to see those characters who are depicted as gay are nothing alike. Despite this one trait they have in common, they are all unique individuals just as they should be. This film is powerful, emotional, and beautiful, and truly sends a message of being true to who you are, no matter what that means. I could watch this again and again and again, and come the DVD release, I just might do that. The fact it has a brilliantly selected soundtrack is just icing on the cake. Any film that throws in a Whitney Houston song has won my gratitude. Thank you so much for watching. If you've seen Love, Simon, then please comment down below and let me know your thoughts on the film. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. And remember, everyone deserves a great love story.